Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Stephanie, and if you clicked on this video, then you already know what this is about, and it is the truth. This is happening today. I quit my job. So I kind of wanted to make this like a quick little life update and just give you the business here, let you guys know that this is official, and just talk a little bit about it and how I feel and kind of what led up to this. So if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that probably about a year ago, I was in a really bad place. Mentally, I was feeling very depressed. I was feeling very stuck and confused about kind of where my life is going and where I want it to go and what needs to be done and able for me to be happy and for me to be really mentally stable in a good place to just live my daily life. So for anybody who's new as well, about 9 months ago, I was in a car accident. Actually, my son and I were in a car accident. He was totally unharmed, thank God. I, however, ended up needing some extensive care. I was off my foot for a long time. I ended up needing a surgery, and I have been home for the last 9 months due to my injury and due to the car accident. And to be honest, that accident, there's so many inconveniences that came along with getting into the accident. However, I truly believe that it was a blessing in disguise. Through my healing, yes, there has been very long periods of time or even just short periods of time that add up, you know, to this total of 9 months that I have had to be off my foot indefinitely or just was very limited. I'm still pretty limited. I'm still healing. It's going to be a while before I'm ever fully back, and I might not ever be fully back to normal as far as my foot goes. But for the most part, I mean, I'm a mom. I have not been able to stop living. I have not been able to stop keeping my son alive and well and fed and happy, and you know, same with the home and my husband, and I've had to keep up with that, obviously. And the whole time being home could not have been more of a validation of what I thought I wanted for such a long time. Before I got pregnant with my son Maverick, my husband and I were trying for a very long time to get pregnant with him. Anytime we talked about the future with family and after pregnancy and things, my husband and I were always pretty much on the same page of like kind of roles. My husband and I are very, I want to say old-fashioned in our beliefs when it comes to like the roles in the home. And we're just both on the same page with that, obviously to each their own. But we have always kind of desired for it to be that my husband is the breadwinner and that I am home raising our child, future children, keeping the house, keeping my husband fed, you know, that kind of thing. And I've always desired that. So being home this whole time, I have kind of intentionally went out of my way to just live as if that was my life, because I was out of work. I have been out of work, and I kind of, instead of sulking in everything that I couldn't do, I just started living my life as if I was the homemaker. And to be honest, doing that for this length of time could not have been more of a validation of that is exactly what I love to do. And I could not be happier doing that. As well as all of that, when I was working a night job. It was the opposite shift of my husband, who was working during the day. Our life pretty much went, he woke up 6 o'clock in the morning, went to work. I woke up with my son when he woke up. I did what I could do for them for the evening, and then I went to work. My son went with my mom, and then my husband would come home, pick my son up, and then have my son for the night, and then I was home around 1 o'clock in the morning and then going to bed. So Monday through Friday, my husband and I did not see each other. And we did that for a year. And just to be completely blunt and honest here and talk about why this is so important to me as well, just being real, it did damage to our marriage. It did. Try to think of this, you know, if you haven't experienced this before, living and working separately in that manner, especially with a family. We were basically living as single parents. During the week, it was just my husband and my son. Granted, he could have had help here and there from my mom or his mom, who were literally right in the vicinity of like a mile, if that. So we are very blessed in that sense. However, for me, I was home during the day with my son and had no help. So there was nothing that could be done together. Whether we were having a bad day or just needed the extra hand to keep the house in order or to, you know, make food and everything like that. We were basically living as single parents. We did not have the help from each other Monday through Friday. Weekends came, everything that had to be put off during the week was done on the weekends. It was nice to be able to do that as a family, yes, but it didn't give us any downtime as a family. We were still working on the weekends because we were working to keep up what we couldn't do during the week. And then there's the kind of obvious, my husband and I are a very normal couple, and I say normal as in we argue, we bicker, we disagree. During the week, there would be times where, we would only get 50 minutes to an hour every day to talk on the phone between his lunch break and my lunch break, or dinner break because it was at night. But the days where one of us were having an off day and we'd end up bickering, arguing, whatever, then you hang up the phone and then you have to stew in that for hours until you can talk again. And you either make up or you keep stewing in that because those feelings are there and they were there for so long and you're harboring them. And it just made things very hard on our marriage because we didn't have the time to fight and then make up like normal couples do, like normal married couples do. And just the time away in general and the lack of time together as a couple, as a family, really just did not benefit our marriage whatsoever. It really just did the opposite. We were getting to a point where our time spent together had seemed so limited that we couldn't even relish in that and work on anything together. It was really just, it got to a point where it was getting so bad for us throughout the week because of the lack of time together that even the weekends would come and we couldn't even enjoy that because it still wasn't enough time to make up for maybe something that was said during the week or just how we were feeling during the week that we couldn't make up for. And it really did damage. In this time that I've been home, I am so grateful and thankful. Like I said, the accident I was in was a blessing in disguise 100%. We have been able to work really hard on our marriage, and we have been able to have adult discussions and sit down and really kind of work out our future and what we want and our needs and our desires. And I think right now we are stronger than ever. And when I thought about returning to work, and it's not even the job itself, granted, the job wasn't my favorite job in the world. The work itself, I definitely could not see myself doing the rest of my life. I definitely would not want to do any longer than I've been doing it. I just know that I'm worth a lot more. Not to say that anybody who's been there for a long time isn't. I personally could not see myself putting that much time into a factory job. I feel like I am worth so much more, I could do so much better. But the thought of going back to a place where I was just so low and felt really dark and felt really unhappy due to the circumstances was literally giving me anxiety. In this time, my husband and I sat down and we just talked about the fact that yes, the extra money is nice. It definitely would help, tie up loose ends a little sooner. However, it just is not worth it for our marriage, for the relationship of us and our son together as a family. It's just not worth it. I have felt so free and at peace and happy being able to have done what I've done the past 9 months, and I just didn't want to go back to feeling that stuck, that like black hole that just, is this even worth it? And we both decided that it's really not. So I am officially, as I have dreamed, a stay-at-home mom, and I'm just so grateful and thankful. There's a lot of emotions in this. I am a little nervous for personal reasons, but overall I'm just excited, and I just feel in my heart that this is so good. And I've learned that in the last year and so, is that if you're not happy, you need to do something to change that, and you need to take the risk. And that's something that I have not done in my entire adult life due to fear. I let fear hold me back from taking risks and going for something that could in the end really, really benefit me and my happiness, out of fear. And if you never try, you'll never know. And I have always stood by that, but I've never practiced what I preach when it comes to that, and I have started to within these last few months, and it just feels really good. And I'm just really excited for this next chapter in our lives. I want to thank you all for the people who have been here and who have listened to me vent and cry about how unhappy I was with where I was, and I want to let you guys know that a lot of your words, I received so many DMs and even comments that actually really kind of persuaded me to make this decision, and I feel really good about it. And I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, wanted to thank you guys who are just so kind and so understanding and make me feel good about sharing my life and feel kind of safe and secure in doing that. At the end of the day, it might sound silly because it comes from, you know, a lot of the times it comes from complete strangers, and a lot of the times even people that I maybe sort of kind of know that I saw in passing in, you know, the school hallways and things. I just really appreciate you. I really do, that you took the time to reach out to me and help me make this decision that I feel really, really good about. So thank you. And I'm really excited for this next chapter. There's so many good things to come. There's been so many good things just happening and coming from, honestly, taking the risks that I have and just saying yes to things that I would normally say no to out of fear, and it just feels so good. And before I get rambly and keep repeating myself, I'm going to end this here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you, and there's so much to come that I will be sharing that I think if you have watched my journey just thus far, or you really are interested in anything on my channel, that you would definitely be interested in things that are to come very soon. So go ahead and hit subscribe. If you are already subscribed, please hit that notification bell, and I think it's on this side, and you'll be notified every time I post a video. You'll never miss one. I hope you're all enjoying your day or your night or your afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next one. Bye.